Right after a successful escape from the murder scene, Foolio's killers exchanged frightening texts. Now the police have linked the messages to the original instigator. And these are his next plans: Foolio's killers and the frightening text messages, just hours after three masked men pulled off an ambush on Foolio at the parking lot of a North Tampa hotel in June. New court documents have revealed how one of the shooters boasted about the attack in a text message to a friend. The gruesome attack saw the masked gunman spray two cars with bullets, leaving Foolio dead and three others in his convoy injured after making what they believed was a clean getaway. One of the gunmen, who has now been identified as Rashad Murphy, sent two cryptic text messages to two different numbers. In one of the messages, Murphy wrote, "I'm coming home, my thirst is quenched. Pop a bottle of Don Julio today, Murphy." The other message read, "I'm coming home, my thirst is quenched. I love you, Murphy." Rashad Murphy signed his name on both messages, which he sent from one of the other shooter, 18-year-old Sean Gates' phone. There was evidence Rashad Murphy didn't take his phone with him and an iCloud warrant on Sean G's phone showed the two messages were sent at approximately 12:58 hours and 13:01 hours on the day of the shooting. Meanwhile, detectives of the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office, who have deep knowledge of gang slang, disclosed that the pop a bottle of Don Julio was intended as a disrespect to Foolio. Foolio's death may have quenched Rashad's thirst for blood, as he said, but he couldn't resist the urge to take one final jive at the fallen rapper, unknown to him. This text message would form part of the evidence investigators would use to tie him and others to the crime, according to court documents. The whole plot to kill Foolio began sometime in June after the rapper shared a message to Instagram announcing a B-Day bash. Foolio's birthday advert featured a June 21st Airbnb pool party to be followed by a party at Teaser Gentlemen's Club on North Nebraska Avenue in Tampa.
Day at 5, 6 o'clock. If you already got an address, pull up, man.
Sadly, the night was soon enveloped by gunshots and screams of anguish. The moment was captured by surveillance video from the shared parking lot of a Hilton and the Holiday Inn. In the shocking video, the gunman is captured waiting for Foolio's black car. Then around 4:37 a.m., the masked gunman is seen dashing through the parking lot with what appears to be a semi-automatic rifle. He sprays the car with bullets through the windshield, with Foolio getting hit multiple times. Game over. Following the attack, the suspects made what they felt was a clean getaway. However, the tiny clues they left behind quickly revealed bigger gaffes that led to their arrest. The arrest of Foolio's killers. About a month later, Florida author IDs announced the arrests of 4 suspects connected to the brutal killing of rapper Foolio. All of the suspects were charged with murder, while police say one suspect remains at large. During a press conference after the arrest, State Attorney Susan Lopez emphasized that all suspects would be facing life sentences, irrespective of their role in the shooting. She said,
5 of these defendants are facing life in the Florida State Prison, even the ones who didn't pull the trigger. In Florida, if you participate in the planning of a murder, you can be held accountable for the person's death. And that is what we intend to do.
According to the statement released by Tampa police on Monday, July 29, the ambush was fueled by an ongoing feud between rival gangs in Jacksonville. Theo is documented as a 6-block gang member in Jacksonville. The gang is locked in a bitter feud with Jacksonville gangs ATK and 1200. Police claim Isaiah Chance is an ATK member, while Rashad Murphy is a 1200 member, and David Murphy is a 1200 associate. Said the feud between 6-block and its rival gangs, ATK and 1200, has spanned over decade, with dozens of murders by-in against both sides. The nearly decade-long rivalry eventually culminated in the Theo ambush. The first set of arrests were made on Saturday, July 27th. Following the arrest, Jacksonville Sheriff's Office identified the suspects as 18-year-old Sean Gathright, Alicia Andrews, and Isaiah Chance Jr. Both 21. Andrews and Chance were arrested by the JSO SWAT team at a residence, while Gathright was apprehended later that day at a local Jacksonville shopping center. Police noted that the arrests were made without incident, and the suspects were subsequently transported to Duval County Jail, where they remain in custody. On Tuesday, July 30th, the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office announced that the 4th suspect, Rashad Murphy, had been taken into custody after an hour-long standoff with a team of Sheriff's Office gang and SWAT units at an apartment complex. He is currently being charged with first-degree murder, conspiracy to commit first-degree murder, and 3 counts of attempted first-degree murder. although detectives already had the suspects in their view after tracing the license plates of the vehicles from the crime scene. The investigation didn't catch a break until Rashad Murphy's girlfriend shared information with the detectives when they questioned her. She revealed that the phone Rashad used during the ambush belonged to her and allowed the police to search through the phone. Police found a picture of Dave and Murphy's ID information linking both men together. They also found a screenshot of an Airbnb reservation confirmation that read, "Hello, Rashad, thanks for your reservation." The reservation confirmed that the suspected killers had booked an Airbnb close to the murder scene to help them easily monitor Foolio's movement on the day of the shooting from surveillance footage obtained by the police. It is believed that Gathright and the Murphy brothers were the men who carried out the shooting, while Chance and Andrew were the lookout. Police also found spent rifle casings in Gath's vehicle that showed he was involved in an attempt at Foolio's life in October 2023. This was all a result of the bitter rivalry that Foolio's 6 Block gang was locked in with allied Jacksonville gangs, ATK and 1200. The ATK versus Katy gang rivalry, Jacksonville gangs Ace Top Killers, aka ATK, and Kill Them All, aka KDA, have been locked in a bitter rivalry that has claimed the lives of more than a dozen people on both sides. Young G Ace belonged to the ATK, while KDA was led by Foolio. Initially, the rivalry was born out of both rappers' desire for superiority in the Jacksonville drill rap scene. However, things quickly escalated into a bloody war following the May 2017 killing of Foolio's cousin, 19-year-old Zion Brown. An ATK associate, 19-year-old Deonter Thomas, was later arrested for the shooting, but Thomas wasn't just affiliated with ATK. He also had a good relationship with rapper Yungeen Ace. 7 months before the shooting, the duo were implicated in a conspiracy to rob a marijuana seller at Orange Park. At the time, Ace pleaded no contest to the charge as retaliation for Brown. Yungeen Ace, alongside 3 others, including 18-year-old Rael Devin Smith Jr., aced at 23, 19-year-old Joby Dacid Grover, and 18-year-old Trayvon Bullard, who happened to be his brother, were shot in June 2018 while celebrating Travin' a birthday. During the attack, Ace was shot 8 times, but somehow survived the ordeal. However, the other victims succumbed to their injuries. Foolio added salt to injury when he took to social media to celebrate the deaths through a plethora of posts. The rapper even customized a t-shirt that featured the late Rael Devin Smith Jr.'s face that said "Rest in Piss 23. The animosity between both gangs reached new heights in January 2019, when a shooting outside the Paradise Gentlemen's Club led to the death of rapper Boss Goon and several of his family members got injured. Rapper Suwu had a family member who sustained an injury in retaliation. KDA rapper Lil Buck was shot and killed that same month. The next month, Foolio's little brother BBBY was killed at Jacksonville's Hilltop Village Apartments. In 2021, the bitter rivalry between Yungeen Ace and Foolio took on a different tune, with the release of Ace's diss track, Who I Smoke, on the track, which samples Vanessa Carlton's 2000 hit 1000 Miles. Yungeen Ace, alongside Fast Money Goon, while Witto, Choppa and Spinnin' savagely mock surviving KDA members over the deaths of their fallen members. However, Foolio responded weeks later with a diss track of his own titled When I See You. Foolio took the beef to another level in this track as he rapped about the 2018 mass shooting that led to the death of Yungeen Ace's brother. The visuals of the song are even more provocative as Foolio is seen dancing around a graveyard while carrying a print out of the 3 victims and singing Happy Birthday, Real, Do Not Mind, Weigh My Toes, Look, I Can't Wash My Feet. Since then, other attempts have been made on Foolio's life. The most recent, before his untimely death, occurred in October 2023, with Foolio having to be hospitalized after sustaining a nasty bullet wound on his foot. Foolio would eventually be killed on June 23rd. Yungeen Ace inevitably made himself a person of interest when he dished out 2 diss tracks, Do It and Game Over, in which he not only celebrates Foolio's death, but also gives incriminating details about the actual murder. So Yungeen has long been known in Jacksonville. We are consistently monitoring that group. Yungeen Ace was again put under the spotlight when a video surfaced in the days after Foolio's death, where a mysterious man in a ski mask alleged he was paid $10,000 by Ace to carry out the shooting. For now, no evidence points to Yungeen Ace's involvement in Foolio's murder. However, law enforcement officials have confirmed the shooting was related to the ongoing gang feud between both factions. It remains to be seen What other surprises could spring up from this case as more arrests have been guaranteed? NT, for more details surrounding the Foolio investigation, remember to click on the card showing on the screen.